realestatesmart.tv. Hello, Bad Condo and everyone that happens upon this video. My name is Mo Bedard with loansafe.org and realestatesmart.tv. I'm now answering as many questions as I can via video and audio. That way, these questions and these answers get spread out in social media via YouTube and then my new video website called realestatesmart.tv. So thanks for tuning in. Let me see what I could do to help you here. So basically, you have finally decided to strategically default on a condominium, and I commend you for that. You've been paying for a long time, and you finally decided to stop paying this month. And you purchased the condo in 2005 for $540,000. Wow, that's a big purchase here in California. It's with Union Bank. The first loan is $432,000. Your balance is about $396,000 and change. It's an interest-only loan at 5.75% interest until November 2012. The second loan was a HELOC with National City at $53,950. No money pulled out, zero balance. Current value at Zillow is $357. But short sale comp downstairs has been on the market since 6/11, June 11 at $345. Now it's at $315. So that's really the comp right there. You have a condominium that was on the market for several months at $345,000, and now they're at $315, and it still hasn't sold. So that's going to be your biggest comparable property right there. Just FYI. You said, sadly, you were trying to be responsible, you were overpaying for years, and you stopped doing that this month. A little late in the game, you know that, and basically this is the worst decision you ever made. And don't feel bad, a lot of people have done this. I know you're trying to protect your credit score, do the right thing, and that's usually what all the people I hear that have great credit scores and did the right thing all their lives. This is the same story they say every single time. And it's sad but true, and it's kind of the propaganda that you've been fed all your life, that your credit score and your credit profile determine who you are as a person, and that is BS. It's just false propaganda put out there by the credit and debt and mortgage and loan companies who want to lend you money and put you in debt. That's basically how that works. So you've been reading a lot of stories on here, and you want to decide how to proceed. You're unsure, you're nervous. This is your first time really using forums, and you're doing great, so don't feel bad. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I could do for you here. Hi, Bad Condo. My name is Mo Bedard with loansafe.org and realestatesmart.tv. Congratulations on deciding to strategically default. A lot of homeowners have tried to do the right thing over the years, and I've encountered countless homeowners who have done the same thing as you. So don't feel bad. You were trying to be responsible, you were trying to do the right thing, and in the end, it wasn't the right thing, and you learned that the hard way. But what can we do? We got to move on, we got to learn from our mistakes, and we got to pick up the pieces and not repeat those same mistakes in the future. So your question right now, I think it was more of a statement. You were like, you got this all off your shoulders. You decided after paying, on this mortgage for so long that was unaffordable, that it wasn't a good idea, and you decided now to cut your losses and strategically default and stop paying on your mortgage, which is good news. The question now is really, it's up to you to decide, do you want to stay or do you really want to leave from this home? Because there are really no cut and clear guidelines, even though I know you've been reading the forums, the community, all the stories, and you hear about the Making Home Affordable program and all these great guidelines and programs. They're really never really followed too much, if you notice most of the stories you've heard, and you can get a loan modification outside of these guidelines. They're just guidelines, and they're not a law. They don't require the mortgage servicer to follow them, and 9 times out of 10, the mortgage servicer doesn't follow these government guidelines anyway. So basically, the main job of your mortgage servicer is to protect the investor who owns your loan. And right now you're not a risk because you're not late, but as soon as you are late, you become a risk, and that's when the mortgage servicer will engage you in what is called a loan workout. And what they want to try to do at that time is decide if they could help you possibly, or it would be best if you do a short sale or a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And what you need to do is decide your game plan. What's best for you? Is it really staying in this home and getting a loan modification, meaning, if they do lower the interest payment to where it's really affordable, would it make it worth staying here? And if so, definitely pursue a loan modification. And you could do this when you're about 30 days, 60 days late, and it could take anywhere from 4 months to a year to 2 years to complete. So please keep that in mind if you do apply for a loan modification. And if you decide to go for a short sale or a deed in lieu of foreclosure, you do not want to stay in this home any longer, you've done the Ben Franklin, and the positives definitely do not outweigh the negatives, then you just let them know that you're ready to walk, and you don't want to stay in this home, and you don't want a loan modification, and that you would like a short sale or a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And again, it's going to determine how late you are and what type of loan you have with your investor. Quite possibly the investor took out a mortgage policy, a mortgage insurance policy on your mortgage where it's insured at full value. And really, they don't care if you get a loan modification or you do a short sale or a deed in lieu, because they're going to get paid no matter what from their insurance policy. So you have all these factors weighing in, that some of these factors you won't even know during the whole process. But the main factor you need to decide is if you do want to stay or you want to go. And it's either one or the other. And you need to pursue one of those plans and have kind of an A, B, and C backup plan, just in case you say you want to get a loan modification and it doesn't go through. You got to have plan B. You got to have another place set up to where you possibly could live, other options out there, because you never know what's going to happen during this process. Nothing is guaranteed, nothing at all. And any number of things can happen to you during this process. But now that you started this process and strategically defaulted, you're looking about a year without making mortgage payments. And I know people who've gone 2 years without making a mortgage payment. So there's something that gives you some money to plan with. And you need to decide the Ben Franklin, if they do lower that interest rate, if it's worth it to stay. And then also, if you want to do a short sale or a deed in lieu, you need to start looking for another place, and just expect about a year to 2 years. And you can extend this 2 years if you play the games with them. This is like a game of poker, and it's cool hand Luke. You got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. All right, I hope this helps you, Bad Condo, and anybody else who happens upon this video out in YouTube land and realestatesmart.tv. Thank you, God bless, and good luck in 2012. Take care. Bye.